So you've been in your relationship for a while. Maybe it's been a few months, maybe a few years, maybe a couple decades. And you're trying to figure out, why is your woman not interested in you like she used to be? Where's the spice? Where's the love? Where's the attention? You're trying to figure out what's going on and how you can fix it. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why your woman may have lost interest in you and what you can do about it. That's the key thing. So you've noticed when you first started dating your woman, you did everything. You had fun, you went places. She always gave you that attention. She was attracted to you. She did things without you asking. She was just clingy to you in a good way, not a negative way, but she was clingy to you, and you felt like, this feels good. She's attracted to me. She's always got my back. She's touching me. She's affectionate. And for some strange reason, as time goes on, you see it slowly just fade away. It slowly fades away, and you're trying to think about what went wrong. You're trying to figure out, did you do something wrong? Is something wrong with her? Is something going on with her and somebody else? And you don't know what to do. And this happens with a lot of men that I talk to. This happens with a lot. You have to understand, when you get into a relationship, it's amazing in the beginning. Everything is going good. You kind of know each other, you kind of don't. So you're kind of testing the waters, and you just really want to see if this is the woman for you. And then you realize, okay, everything is good. She's perfect. And now you're trying to understand, well, shit, everything was good in the beginning. What's going on? You're trying to understand what's going on. The biggest thing and the biggest takeaway I want you to understand in this video is that when you get into a relationship, there are differences. There's differences and there's similarities. When there's similarities, it makes you connect. You're familiar with certain things. Hey, this is similar with me. This is similar with you. This is our similarities. Oh, cool. This is great. We're connecting. But the differences is what makes you grow. And so once you get into that relationship and you start to grow, a lot of that growth ends up becoming stagnant, because now you have a lot of similarities. You know each other very well. There's nothing new, nothing different. And so now there's no growth. There's no excitement, because everything is normal. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. And why do I say that? I say that because with a woman, or with anybody in general, we always want something that excites us. It's part of being human. We want something new. We want to learn new things. We want things that are exciting us. We want to discover new things. And that's what she may be experiencing. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that may be the issue, but also what you can do about it. So one of the biggest things, and I see this a lot, is you were not the man that she expected. Let me explain what I mean by that. I'm not saying she had high expectations and high hopes for you. What I'm saying is, when she got into the relationship with you, you presented yourself a certain way, and that way that you presented yourself may have faded over time, or you may have lied to her, meaning in the beginning you wanted to be the perfect man for her. You wanted to be her everything, and maybe you lied about certain things. Maybe you held on to past relationships, or maybe you did some things that you knew that you shouldn't have done, but it was lying to her. And now she realizes that, hey, he lied to me about this. He lied to me about that. I really like this guy, but now I have to live with the thought that he lied to me about certain things, and now I can't trust him. So there's no excitement anymore, because maybe you're going to let her down. Maybe in her mind, you told her something that was very important and you lied about it, and that let her down, because yeah, she may have had an expectation, but it's only because you presented what you said, but you presented it in a lie, and she found out later on. And that's huge. That's huge. Once you lie to a woman, she will resent you, and there's nothing you can really do about it except move on. Now, the other thing is, you become very predictable. Now, there's a difference between being predictable and being reliable. Predictable is, okay, I know he's going to say this, I know he's going to do that, and you're just predictable. Anything that you do, your actions, your behaviors, what you say, everything becomes very predictable. But you're reliable. Reliable is saying, hey, I can rely on him when I really need him. If the tire goes flat, I can rely on him to change it. If we need this, I can rely on him to get it. So that's a big difference. Women want reliability. They don't want predictability. And so the reason why I say that is because when you become so predictable, it takes away the mystery about who you are. Because when she first met you, like I said, the differences is what causes the growth. It causes, the excitement. Okay, what's going to happen next? Just like a movie. If you watch a movie and you know exactly what's going to happen, you're not going to enjoy it. But if you don't know what's going to happen, you're going to enjoy it. And that's how it is with a woman. A woman wants you to be somebody that is ambitious. She wants to be with somebody that has that drive, that passion to continue to grow as well. And the only way you can grow is by differences. So you have to show her the different sides of you. You have to continue to learn. You have to continue to explore and grow and be what it means to be a man, and keep her on her toes. You gotta do things spur of the moment. If you usually on, let's say for instance, Saturdays, if you usually go to a baseball game, if that's the only thing you do on Saturdays, switch it up. Hey, this weekend on Saturday, we're going to go to your favorite restaurant. Or hey, this weekend, instead of going to the baseball game like we usually do, let's go to the other side of town and try that new bakery or whatever she enjoys. You got to switch it up. What I like to do, and I'm going to share with you, is things that she likes to do, incorporate that into something that you're going to do. And also things that you like to do, incorporate that into things that you're going to do. So if you always like doing a certain thing on a certain day, every week or every month or whatever, do something that she actually would like. And then vice versa. If you always do something that she likes on a certain week or a certain month or whatever, do something that you like. But you can also do something different that you haven't done before that you know that you will enjoy. And what this does, one, it shows that you are ambitious to try new things and do something different for yourself and her, but also you're not being selfish, because maybe she likes ube. Maybe she likes ube, like the purple sweet potato that they make in bakeries and they put in different pastries and sweets and stuff like that. Maybe go to a bakery that she's never heard of on the other side of town. Like, you know what? Let's go here. She's like, oh, what place is this? Like, oh, this is an ube place. I wanted you to try this out. I know you like it. She is going to think, wow, he knows what I like. This is a new place I've never been to. I've been wanting to go to this. And this is amazing. This is something new. And the same thing with you. Go somewhere different. Instead of baseball, maybe go to football game, or maybe go to anything that you can do that is fun for you, but also something that she may enjoy. Incorporate that into what you do. Just switch it up. Switch up the routine. Once you break up the monotony, it makes a world of a difference in your relationship and in her mind, because it's always going to keep her guessing. It's always going to keep her intrigued and like, oh, he didn't forget about me. And that's very important. It's very powerful as well. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, it kind of relates to the second thing I mentioned. And this is when there's no progression in your relationship. When there's no progression in your relationship, it's really hard for her to be attracted to you and to give you that type of attention that she used to. And what I mean by that is there's nothing to look forward to. When there's nothing to look forward to and there's no progress, you're not doing anything to build a relationship, even if your relationship is good. So listen, even if your relationship is going fine, there's no arguing, there's no disrespect, things are going pretty well, that's fine. However, what are you doing to elevate that relationship? What are you doing to help that relationship grow? And what I mean by that is you can still do a couples retreat. You can do things that enhance your relationship. Do things that couples that are having a bad relationship, or couples that have a bad marriage, or maybe it's kind of rocky, you can still do those type of activities and do those type of retreats, because what that's going to do is it's going to continue to enhance your relationship. It's going to bring something new to it, something exciting to it, where it's not just stagnant anymore. And some of the best ways that you can progress in your relationship is teach your woman new things. Teach your woman new things. Help her to elevate higher than where she is now, because you want your woman to be better off than when you first met. So if you learn something new, share it with her. Myself, what I do, if I learn something new about coaching, or if I learn something new or something unique or a different technique, I'm like, hey, babe, look, check this out. I learned this, and that. And what that does is that shows her that you're ambitious, like I mentioned earlier, but also you're willing to share that this can help her in her business or whatever she's doing. This can help her as well. You're not just keeping it to yourself. You're trying to show her and lead her and guide her that this is something that can be beneficial for you. I want us to continue to do things back and forth to elevate our relationship, whether it's learning something new, whether it's sharing something we discovered. That's always going to help elevate your relationship. You always want your woman to become better than when you first met her. There's so many guys out there to get into relationships, and the woman ends up actually being worse off than when she got into that relationship. But you, on the other hand, you want your woman to be better off. You want to be that person in the relationship that she looks to as that leader. You want to really be useful, for lack of better words. Be useful in that relationship. You also want to be spontaneous. I said that earlier. I don't know why I'm saying it again, but that's very important. You want to be spontaneous, and you always want to spark up that interest in the relationship and really help her see that, okay, this guy is interesting. This is what we did in the beginning. He was spontaneous. I didn't know that much about him, and he's still keeping it going. And this is always going to keep her attracted to you, because it's almost like you're new. You're like a new guy. And and what I mean by that is kind of like if you role play, man, that's something that will be very beneficial. If you get into role playing and you dress up a certain way differently than you usually do, it gives you that opportunity to try something new that she may never experience before. So just imagine you go out on a new date. She's dressed totally different as she usually dressed. She has a different hairstyle, different everything. And the same with you. And you meet up at a totally different place that you've never been to before. You take your car, she takes her car. You meet up there together and you just converse and just talk for hours like you just met. And I'm telling you, it can completely change the game. Do some role playing. Whenever you think that the relationship is getting stagnant or she's not intrigued or interested, try role playing. Try role playing for once and let me know what you think about that. Now, the other thing you want to do is learn what she is interested in. Learn the things that she is interested in and the things that she really enjoys. Because the more effort that you put into understanding and learning the things that she actually enjoys, that's going to show her a different side of you, because now she can share something that she's interested in, and it makes it that much more special that you're actually showing interest in it. Because check this out. I don't know what you're into, but say for instance, you're into going to the shooting range. Say for instance, you like guns and you got a collection of it. And just imagine that she just says, oh, that's cool. You got another gun. Like, I really don't like those things. And she's not interested at all. But say for instance, she says, hey, the new such and such gun is coming out. Did you know that they have this attached to it now? And that new range that opened up, we should go check it out. Or this, and that. Imagine how you would be if she came to you with that, letting you know about a new range that opened up that you didn't know about, or maybe you heard about it. And she's telling you about a new gun that comes out that you didn't even know about, showing you interest. And that's the same thing that she gets when you actually show interest in the things that she's interested in and the things that she enjoys. So that's the gist of it. I really showed you some things that you can show her and share with her so she doesn't lose that interest in you, and the relationship can continue to grow, continue to elevate, and continue to be better.